morning. Welcome to Tongue Tied. Don't choke on it. Yes, this is our edition of Back to School, Back to Basics. And you know what? I am your girl, Christy Love, sitting here with half of the dynamic duo of Coleman and Taylor. Shouts out to my Sean Taylor, also known as Achu Shakur, who could not be with us today.
He's trying out for the little three. Be honest, he's trying out for the little three.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
No, he's not.
What?
You're awful. Stop it.
Awful.
How are you this morning, Mr. Coleman? You get on my nerves. Thank you to everyone here in the Facebook gallery that has already been tuning in. We appreciate y'all so much for being here. So, I thought that this morning we would talk about the biggest thing that's going on here over the weekend, headed into next week, back to school. Yes, Charleston County, as well as other surrounding areas, are headed back to school on Monday, August the 20th. I'm a little confused. I don't know where the summer went. I'm confused. It was just the last day of school. Like, I don't quite... Yeah, I'm confused. I don't know how we got here so quick. Yeah. You know what? Don't read Vicky comments because she's not behaving. Shout out to my baby sister, Victoria Baxter. She's not behaving right now on the Facebook gallery, but we love you, girl. Anyway.
What?
So listen, I thought that since we're talking about back to school, we would start off talking about just some of the basics we need to remember. Right, as the babies go back to school. Now, one of the main things, reestablishing a schedule.
What kind of schedule?
What do you mean? What kind? Sleeping, eating, morning routine. Because for me, I'm a full-time employee. Shout out to Johnson & Johnson. How y'all doing? I work Monday through Friday, so I don't have. I don't like.
Evening job.
I don't have. You know what? This black on black crime got to stop somewhere, sir. You need to knock it off. You know how when you got your morning routine and you got to get up by a certain time, be gone by a certain time. My sister likes to always say I 10 by 10. So it's like one of those things where during the summer, I was enjoying that. I didn't have to worry about dropping nobody off to school. I could sleep in a little bit. I like taking my showers in the morning. You'd be nice and fresh. So your skin can be nice and buttery, before you go to the workhouse and whatnot. Shut up, because I don't even like where your mind just went. Yeah, I don't like him. Just getting my, back into my routine. Now I got to go back to getting up early to get kids off to school, get kids dropped off and everything. And I was like, I want to be excited about it. I kind of am, right? I'm kind of not, though, too. And I know some of y'all can feel my pain with that. But reestablishing that bedtime routine, reestablishing that evening routine is going to be crucial to get that week started off right. Y'all got to remember that. Now, yes, we got to make sure that the kids are okay. But mamas, daddies, aunties, uncles, everybody that has a hand in it, you need to be okay too. Yes, everybody needs to make sure that they're taking care of their best self and showing up in their best self so that you're able to execute and get people where they need to go on Monday morning. So,
what's up,
sir?
Sir, what?
First of all, don't do that. Don't.
What?
No, sir. What? Don't. Unnecessary. Now, let me ask you a question. Because you're not going to just sit there and try and attempt to be eye candy. What do you think? What are your thoughts on, back to school and getting schedules reestablished? What you thinking?
It's very important. It's very.
You seem very routine in your schedule.
Yeah, I do. I had to get up in the morning, go to work, come home. Keep it basic to the point, No, but yeah, it's very. I try to be. It's good to have a routine, especially for kids.
Yes.
Because it gets them in the discipline of.
Hi,
when they get on their own, they ain't got to worry about mama waking them up in the morning talking about, hey, get your behind up, get dressed, whatever.
True.
Get yourself cleaned up, go to school.
True.
When you come home, this is what you do. Just it's kind of it's good to get them in a good regimen.
Definitely.
Always.
Definitely.
Because. In case you're not there, in case you're away, spending the night off somewhere, running the street until the wee mornings of the night. That's what you doing? See, you're looking guilty.
You know what? This right here, this is why we as a people cannot progress because of stuff like this.
Why you looking?
Mr. Coleman.
Okay.
Really? Now, see, I ain't said nothing to you about keeping your. I said nothing.
I ran out on
You
that
ran. You ran smooth out.
Fast, like
you all the way. See, like I'm on Riverland Drive, and you smooth on Savannah Highway. You ran all the way out. Let me understand something, sir.
21.
See. Let me ask you a question. See, because you sitting there trying to throw little pot shots, talking about being on a routine and being out late at night. Yeah, I know you're on a routine. How's your black book coming along, sir? You keeping everybody balanced? Can you keep up with everybody? Huh? How's your schedule working out?
Very well.
Do you use pencil so you can erase people out and put somebody else in the spot?
That's what the phone is for.
See, this right here. You see what I'm saying?
Back to the routine thing, but
yes.
And I didn't even talking about you. You sound guilty now.
No, you are trying to be funny.
I am always funny like that. But
not that funny. You're not that funny.
Your sister laughing.
She's not laughing at you.
Yes, she is.
No, she's not. You're not that funny.
But back to the routine thing. No, it's good to be in a good regimen of you have a regular, routine. So usually if you get out of the routine, you can get right back into it, especially around the holidays,
Well, see, but around the holidays, that's when you can relax. You don't have to be as.
But the thing is, you have a set routine. So when you normally
Gotcha.
Now you sitting randomly doing, like some people don't have routines. They randomly do things. Like they just get up. They just show up. They get up. They feel like taking a shower.
Okay.
They might brush their teeth. They might comb their hair. Why are you looking guilty, man?
I don't look guilty. No, but I do have a question. Well, I do have a question. That's gonna get on my nerves. I'm like, got him. And I'm sorry, my sister is firing off at this Facebook gallery.
You need to go. There's a bridge over there, right? There's a bridge.
Stop.
A big bridge.
Stop. No, that's not
a big bridge, right?
I got a question.
Goes from one side of the river to the other side of the river. Stop somewhere in between, and find a wet part and jump into it.
No wet part?
Wet part, jump into it.
Anyway, let me ask you a question. Like, seriously, what would you say? Now, you just mentioned something. You said that what about the people that don't really have a routine? They just kind of get it how they live, falling however they may. What would you say is the first step in trying to establish a routine? For those of us who have a hard time setting and staying to a routine, what do you say? What do you think is the first step? Should you write it down? Prioritize?
Yeah.
About what should come first?
Yeah. Yes.
But how do you stay to it? How do you execute it? Because I'm starting to become real busy.
Well, basically what you do.
So it's hard.
Okay, so something that you do every day. It's a particular time you do it. Set your schedule around that. So say this time. Okay. So say this time you want to start going to the gym.
Which I do.
Okay.
Why are you making faces? I do want to start going. Well, not to the gym. I want to start working out with. It's a group I found. I want to start working out with them.
Okay.
They meet at Park Circle. Any of y'all heard of Melanin Muscles and Mascara? Kashia, Colleton runs the group. Yeah, I want to go work out with them. I do. Yeah, problem?
No.
Oh, sorry.
You be doing stuff, man.
Too much? Okay. I apologize.
Yeah, Chris.
Can you come back? Yeah, because you over here. Come back.
So basically, so say around this time, you got your regular. Now, Pinsy, do you have no routine at all? Correct?
No, I have a routine, but I just have a hard time sticking to it sometimes.
Okay, so you need to start getting to the point where you do try to do it on, because the thing about it, when you try to do something every day you're just starting to do, that's when you start falling off at. Something like, hey, I'm going to start going this time at 4 o'clock.
Gotcha.
Just start once a week to the point where, all right, you're getting into the motion of going, then you start inquiring a second day. So, okay, I go Monday, I'm going to start going maybe Wednesday.
Okay.
I start going Friday around the same time.
Around the same time, gotcha.
Where you're doing it so
it becomes a routine. And you're being consistent as well.
If you think about it, in the military, it works the same way. Where the first thing you get up in the morning is you get up, you go, you do your PT, your exercise, right?
Right.
You come home, you come back, what you do?
Right.
You clean yourself up, you do your hygiene.
Right.
Then you get yourself, make sure you're presentable, then you go eat.
Right.
Then after you go eat, you go your training of the day.
Gotcha.
You come back, in the Army, I know we come back, After we come back, we do lunch in between, more training. Then we turn around, we start winding down for the day. Of course, hey, in the Army you might get smoked, exercise to death, but you do your formations for the day, whatever's going on for the next day. You do your final formation, you drink a little couple canteens of water and hope you don't get sick, and you go to bed. But I'm sorry, somewhere in between, you do your hygiene before you go to bed.
Gotcha.
You go to sleep.
Okay.
That's the basic, sort of like.
So just basic stuff. Really basic stuff.
Yeah,
just taking it kind of step by step.
It's going to be kind of hard, because you're used to doing.
Yeah.
You're throwing in something new. That's why you do it once a week.
Yeah.
So now you get used to, okay, doing it once a week, and do it for about a couple weeks, 3 weeks. And then you start, because you got to force. It's kind of in a way you're kind of forcing yourself to go.
All habits die hard. They really do.
Yeah, they do. It is hard.
It's hard changing things and, trying to find a new way.
Okay, so how about this? So we're on Facebook. We're doing let's do a challenge. What's that?
Challenge?
Yeah, let's do a fitness challenge.
For real?
Yeah, we start inquiring exercise into our routine of the day. Oh, I need to get back into doing it more anyway. So, there's a sense, you do it, I do it.
Really?
Yeah. Start inquiring into your routine. We don't have to do it at the same time, but you just start we're starting once a week. You do something once a week.
Once a week. Okay.
Once a week.
Okay.
About 30 minutes. Of breathing. Not you there, don't show up to the gym for 30 minutes and walk out now. Let's want to make sure we clear. It's not, hey, we show up to the gym 30 minutes. That we
Who would do such a thing?
You, Christy.
I would not. I would.
But
I'm not gonna waste my gas and my time like that.
So kind of like starting a routine thing.
Okay.
Do your normal routine. You just figure out a time that suits you to do this melatonin muscles and mascara. Whatever.
Did you just say militant?
No, I said.
Say it again. Melanin.
Melanin.
Mascara.
That's exactly what I said. Melanin. Where you get military from?
So you said military or militant.
Melanin, mascara, and muscles.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. But listen, here's what I love about what you just said, though.
Okay.
Basically, one change at a time. When you're trying to get something new going, when you're trying to establish a new dynamic, taking it one step at a time. I do like that.
That's what you do with your kids anyway. When you think about it, when you're raising them,
yeah,
it's like you kind of inquired certain things you would like them to start doing.
Yeah.
As they get older. You think about when the babies, they pretty much, you set your schedule around them. Now, when they get older,
right,
you reset the whole schedule to the point where you choose the time to feed them, clothe them, bathe them.
Yeah.
Smack them around a little bit, Hey, that's what we do.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing is though, when first of all, with parenting, I think a lot of that is trial and error, because what works for one household may not work for yours. You have to find it and work it the way that it, best works for you. And I think that's what a lot of times, even with establishing routines, we're trying to do new things. Sometimes we tend to do what we see someone else do, and then we get upset if it doesn't work for us. But we're all different people. Different strokes for different folks, right?
Maybe.
True. Right. So, okay. So that's one of the main things with back to school. Excuse me, is reestablishing the routine and everything. Yes. Now, what would you say as far as one of the back to basics for back to school? Bullying.
Ooh.
Bullying. Yes, I do. I want to touch on that. I absolutely want to touch on that. How do we begin to talk to our children, all ages? And I do think it's even more so important with the younger ones. How do we start? Where do we start the conversation for back to school and dealing with bullying?
First of all, I believe definitely teach your kids or instilling them to let a teacher know. Always let a teacher know. The teacher, see what the teacher does, and make sure that, hey, the kids do come to you and say, hey, I told the teacher, whatever. And as a parent, I feel that don't step in right away, just see what happens. If it continues,
okay,
maybe step in. That's in my opinion.
And that's your humble opinion.
The first thing you want to do is you don't always want to just, jump right in. Because a lot of times, I'm not saying it always happens. There are times where kids do things, and it turns into it kind of.
Gotcha.
You know, we bring things on ourselves a lot of times, I believe, and that could be the case
Gotcha.
at times too. So kind of, hey, you know, if there's some consistency and like, hey, you're always picking on me, always, you know, or yeah, then you really get involved because you don't want to get to the point where they're afraid to go to school,
right?
They're afraid to leave the house,
right?
You know, they're afraid to function in general. It affects
Gotcha.
them. Sooner or later, it starts to affect them at school. It affects them at home.
Gotcha.
And then everywhere else, you know, they go.
That it does. Absolutely.
Like I said, and the thing about it, I don't like it is it kills socialization amongst kids.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
that's why.
Yes.
You know,
Good morning, Keisha.
That's why we do have these issues with kids. You know, doing stuff at school.
Yes.
Stabbing, beating,
yes.
shooting.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, you're always gonna get bullied, no matter what. But it's always
a way to handle
always
it.
Always to handle it.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
And we said, you know, teach them. Hey, you go to the teacher. If the teacher continues, the teacher's not. You know, let me know as well.
Right.
But let me know if this continues, the teacher's not doing anything.
Absolutely.
Then,
Absolutely.
Then that teacher should be addressed as well as the principal.
Absolutely.
And then if it gets to the point where, like I said, your kid feels like, hey, I can no longer go to class, I can't eat my lunch, I can't be at peace when I'm at school.
And it shouldn't be that way. That's the part that's heartbreaking. It shouldn't be that way.
It's to the point now where like you know, I feel sorry for kids nowadays because it's like they don't.
Me too.
They don't learn how to. Because there's always a bully in your school, but you've always learned to get around functioning with them. But now it's to the point like you really can't avoid. You really can't avoid them anyway. Anyway, you know, because they're everywhere. They'll follow you on your social media.
Yep.
They'll follow you to your band practice, your basketball practice, the debate team, chess team.
Yeah.
You know,
you're right.
It's you know, it's like we're everywhere now. I'm not where.
I'm about to say where. That sounds inclusive.
Excuse me.
All right, true.
Excuse me.
I want to touch on Kenya's comment real quick. You know, she definitely says that we need to teach our kids to not be bullies either. It does. It absolutely begins at home. That's where it all really. That's the catalyst right there. It's teaching our kids to not be bullies.
But you also learn that we also pick up a lot of things from our parents.
Yeah.
So a lot of times when we see parents picking on one another, we carry it over at home. I mean, to school, wherever, thinking it's cool.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, like I said, it's nothing cool with a mom and dad going in on each other.
Yeah.
You know, it's cool to see them picking. You know, because my family we do it all the time. It's like we get them
playing. Because our family's like that. Good morning, Miss Dawn.
And like I said, everybody's not raised the same. That's another thing I also understood. Because like I can't just roll up. You just can't roll up in my family and just cut up how you would with your family.
Right.
And vice versa. You might look at you like, wait a minute, who are you? What is your problem?
Yeah.
You know, not knowing my intentions were to.
Right.
You know, and I guess a lot of times it's the intentions. You know, like sometimes people are just outright bullies. You know.
True.
Because sometimes some people. That's how some people get to know other people. Is I'm gonna cut up on you a little bit just to get to know you. Say I reacting that time. I'll be your friend. There was a guy in my army unit. He wasn't a bully. He was a very big guy, but and he used to pick with me all the time. I just look at him just like, okay, well, what is your problem? What's your issue? Somebody thought he was bullying me, and somebody approached him, but I didn't know. Somebody approached me, just hey, and he pulled me to the side. He was like, well, look, did you make you have a problem? I said, no, we good. He said, I'm used to this. You ribbing me and all that because I said I have an uncle. He's like, okay, well, he said, I'm going to break it down to you. He said, this is how I'm communicating. You know, he said, it's kind of funny how you say it, but in a way, that's how I know that me and you are good. Cool. Because I know I come to you, I can joke with you, I can say something off the wall, you don't take it, but that's how you know that I like talking to you, I like being around you, I like socializing with you, There was a I like effing with you, with a little bit. I'm like, okay,
gotcha,
cool.
gotcha.
And that could be a thing as well, So you just gotta pay attention. Like I said, don't hurt to get parents involved, get their parents involved,
right?
Because they may not be aware of what's going on as well. Because a lot of times that is the case. It's like
definitely
parents don't know that their kids are bullied until after the fact,
right?
Because at home they're angels, but at school,
oh yeah,
where else they're terrorists.
Straight demon seeds. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, there's some truth to that. I like what Baby Sis said. Basically, she said parents need to talk to their kids and ask questions daily. And that is so important. We need to know what's going on in school. We need to talk to our babies. We need to make sure that they feel okay. If they see something that doesn't look right, we'll know that if we're asking the questions. If we're doing our due diligence and just making it comfortable for them to talk to us. Because if it's a thing where they're trying to talk to you, and I am guilty of this, especially with my daughter, because she's so inquisitive. Oh my goodness, she does the most sometimes. But sometimes she'll just say, Mama, and I just say, what? Because it's a constant thing with her. But here lately, I have been having to be mindful of that and start pulling back on that. Because that is setting the catalyst to make my baby feel like she can't talk to me. And if she feels that she cannot talk to me, it's going to cause a problem later on. The last thing I would want is for my child to feel like she doesn't have my support. You know what I mean? So I put myself out there in the effort to express to all of the parents out there, not just mamas, but mamas and daddies, that you need your kids should be able to talk to you about anything. They need to be able to come to you, because if they can't come to you, they're going to go out there and get it from someone else, and you don't know how that person's going to give it to them, and it might not be in the way that you agree with. So we just have to do better about communicating with our kids.
I think so.
Yeah.
But my thing is you can talk to kids every day, but you don't want to sit there and ask them if something is wrong every day.
Well, no.
And the thing is, you don't want them to start looking for things to be wrong every day.
True.
You want them to come, cause you don't
and
want
I
to
feel
be to
you
a
on
point
that.
You over.
Yeah, you overdo it and then put stuff in their head.
Like there should be
absolutely.
wrong.
There has to be a balance.
You gotta be a balance.
It has to be a balance with it.
Just pay attention to your kids. Nothing wrong with
Definitely pay attention to your babies. Absolutely.
Kids don't want to sit there and talk to their mom and dad every day.
True. True.
I mean,
and as they get older, you want to get them start making sure they let them exert their independence. Yeah, you don't want to keep them under your thumb.
No.
You definitely don't want to do that. Good morning, Kendra. Yeah, so I definitely feel you on that.
I mean, that's my take on it, because my mom and dad were never like that. Actually, more like that now. But,
really?
Yeah, I'm joking. No, they're not. But but yeah, they always they always gave us our space. But when they knew something wrong, they knew to step in. Yeah,
Gotcha.
Always,
gotcha.
Praise our parents know you, even though you feel they don't know you. They don't understand you.
I like how Vicky said this. She said, I think questioning every day is fine, but it's how you ask. Choose the right questions. Absolutely. Choose the right questions to ask.
With a survey?
No, well, not a.
You write questions down.
No, we're not going to do a survey. No, we're not going to do CTBS testing.
Okay.
No.
Just, you will make sure.
No, we're not going to do that.
Like this question, do you reword it so it sounds like the first question?
No, but I do say you have to avoid open-ended questions, kind of, because you know what I mean. Ask specific, direct questions, but you have to be mindful of how you do it. So choose the right questions and be mindful of how you say it. Right? What you think? Right?
Yeah. Okay.
Right. Okay.
Whatever you say, Kristen. This is your show. Let's go with it.
It is not my show. This is a collaborative effort.
If you say so.
Oh,
You could.
That's.
We could.
See.
What's up? What?
Unnecessary. So now we've touched on back to school. We've touched on bullying. One of my last things about back to school.
Okay.
When it comes to grades.
Ooh.
When it comes to dedicating yourself.
Excellent grades.
You did?
Yeah, believe it or not, yes, I did.
I'm gonna take his word for it. I'm
surprised a lot of people. I surprised a lot of people. But
you really had decent grades? Seriously?
I had very good
really good grades?
Yeah, believe it or not, yeah. My dad used to get
but you were quiet in school.
My dad used to get upset with me. I didn't apply myself. He was like,
well, see, and that,
the only thing I hated was
he just said exactly what I was getting ready to say. But they always say you don't apply yourself.
I do apply myself now.
Can we talk about school?
We're talking about school. We're talking about life.
No, we're talking about the kids
in
and back to school.
In school, okay.
And we're trying to keep it PG-13. We're not talking about, because you talking about something.
Finish talking to the people.
How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Right. Oh, hold on.
What's up?
I like the question Angie just posted. Good morning, Shandez. Since we're on children, is there a certain age you should start having the talk with your children?
Oh.
Back in the days, it would be around 13. However, comma,
I got mine
children are
before
now
13.
giving birth at 12. Listen,
I got my
girl.
before 12.
Yours is before 12?
Before 12. I got the shock of my life.
Mine was at 9.
Yeah, it was about 9.
Mine was like 9 or
You
10.
know how mine came about?
I'm scared to ask.
No, don't want to know.
We don't. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Yeah, mine was about 9.
Oh,
Yeah,
about 9,
yeah.
yeah.
And I'm trying to remember why it came up, but yeah, Mom sat me down and she didn't give me the whole, fairy tale story. She didn't give me the whole white picket fence and one day you're going to get married and your prince will come. She didn't do none of that. She just gave me a very graphic description of childbirth, and it scarred me a little bit. It did, because I was just like,
I'm thinking,
we gonna push what from where? Like, I didn't quite know how to feel about that, but it helped me to understand how serious it could truly be. Seriously, and for a long time I was scared.
you know what my dad said?
Wait. What did he
My
say?
dad said, you bring a baby home, you gonna raise that baby.
Listen, okay, well,
You gonna get a job. I'm like, Dad, I'm only 9 years old. I'm ready to get a job.
listen, but it's,
Babysit my own child, get paid for that?
okay. But you know what?
That's what it been though.
That's what's scary, though.
Yeah,
That's what's
yeah.
scary now, because like Angie said, these babies are now giving birth at 12. There was a picture circulating on Facebook.
She said
A
kindergarten.
few,
That's a little bit too early for
I don't
that.
know about kindergarten, yeah, but that's what the Kenya said.
impressive.
Angie made
You
a
trying to
great
have them go
point
look for it. Go ahead.
about the early birth, but Facebook had a picture circulating. I saw probably about 3 weeks ago, maybe longer than that. And the caption said that it was an 11-year-old girl. I know that, I'm aware. 11-year-old baby girl, and she was posing and like it was nothing. And it was, and she had this little round stomach, and you're looking at her face, and I mean, y'all remember? My old heads, do y'all remember that song, "Babies Are Having Babies"? It was by a guy named Terry something. I think that was his name. Do you remember that?
I remember that song.
Babies are having babies, and it's like, now back then it would happen, but it didn't happen as much as it's happening now. Is the issue?
Very tragic song. It just sounded so like traumatizing.
Yeah, it was. When I first heard it, I remember kind of flinching, like, ooh, because in my young mind, I couldn't wrap my mind around somebody having to give birth at a young age like that. I had all my kids, let's see, I think my first one I gave birth at 25, something like that. And what I can tell you is, I remember, that when I'm going through the throes of labor and delivery, I was just like, why do people do this on purpose? Like, what are you going through? Why would you do this to yourself? Because it is the most excruciating pain I have ever felt in my life. So it was of course, once I'm holding him, it's different. But going through that, I can't imagine babies going through that. So with that said, we do need to be talking to our kids about sex. We need to be talking to them about protecting themselves. We do. Mamas with daughters, we really need to talk to our baby girls about valuing themselves and knowing their worth. Sometimes some of these, we have seen some of these little girls who don't know how to carry themselves accordingly. And unfortunately, there's a lot of older guys. Y'all know the ones I'm talking about. Older guys who look at these babies with these grown women bodies and look at how they treat these girls. Yeah. So we have to do better about talking to our baby girls about taking care of themselves. And so on and so. He's waving at somebody.
How you doing?
She
shouted me out. She said hello.
You supposed to say hi. I thought you were gonna chime in. Okay. So
I can chime in. So
okay.
Is that another question you're posing?
Well, no, I'm getting ready to shift gears because we don't have much time left.
Yeah, keep your hands to yourself. So I tell my kids. You know what I'm saying? You put your knife, put it on the door. Dad, like, yeah.
Dominic, really?
What?
Really? So, real quick.
I'm be one of them dads you just like, yeah, don't fool with it. Don't fool with it.
Don't fool with it.
Don't
That's
fool with
it.
his dad. Don't fool with his kids. So look, if you go to his house.
Yes, Angie, stop dressing these girls. These young babies are grown women. Yeah, that needs to stop. I saw a picture this morning on Facebook. It was this beautiful little girl, but she looked like a grown woman. And it was a fifth grade graduation.
What?
She has on a white dress that is clingy. hugging her little shape and everything. And it was a 5th grade graduation. At least that was what the caption said, because we know sometimes those things are misleading.
Yeah.
But yeah, stop dressing these young girls like grown women. They got time for all of that. They don't need to be doing all that early.
Sure don't.
So I got 2 final questions.
Okay.
One question.
2 final answers.
Hopefully.
Maybe.
We talk about getting back to school, back to basics. We talk about the kids. We talked about all that. Now, I did ask you about applying yourself and getting your grades.
Gotcha.
We kind of got a little sidetracked, started talking about sex. But,
You started talking about sex.
it was posed by the gallery.
Oh, that's the gallery. I don't control what they say and do. I do what I say.
Sir.
Go ahead.
Sir.
All right. I know. What's the question, man? Go ahead. Come on. Got people
How do people apply themselves? How do we get our students to apply themselves so they can make good grades?
have that talk with them? Seriously, I mean, I remember having to talk to my mom and dad always with the importance of an education. Why is it important to get that diploma? Why is it important to get that degree? Now it's getting to the point like a high school diploma is not even enough. It's getting to that point now. And I was told this years ago. Like now it's coming to the point where, hey, okay, you got a high school diploma, what else do you have? It's to the point now you even having a bachelor's degree, it doesn't even matter.
True.
It's going to be the point like if you have a master's degree, okay, we see that you paid all this money to go to class and do all these classes, party, join these clubs and these sororities and these frats. Okay, what else can you do? You know, I mean, it's to the point now. Yeah, you need to start applying yourself and effort. I mean, start giving them examples. Hey, you know, Uncle so and so, you know, Auntie so and so. Hey, you know, so and so down the street. Show them. Hey, this is where your cutting your education short can get you, lead you to.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
These are the things that you. These things you see people have. These material stuff. These things that you grade a great value to. You bring. You know you.
Yeah.
Hey, people go out and get this by applying themselves in school.
True.
Giving it a foot. And I mean, not hey, just showing up and doing a minimum effort is probably just applying yourself fully.
Yes.
Always.
Yes.
Because the thing about, like I said, upset my dad a lot was, okay, wait a minute. You can read a book like it's no issue, but why are you getting a C in English?
Gotcha.
You know, wait a minute. Hey,
gotcha.
You the most. Hey, you can read. You can. You know what comes in these elements, whatever. Why you got a B in chemistry or science? Why you know? Like I said, your parents know how well you can blast it. Now math.
Yes.
Now math was. Hey, we had a battle at math. So you know, hey, if I got a C or a B, he was cool with that because I was the biggest fan of doing math.
Gotcha.
Still doesn't make any sense to me, but I could do a little.
I don't like math.
But
I never liked math.
Yeah, it's very, very important. I mean, school matters a lot. Like I said, it's where we socialize. Yes, but it's most important to get
the education. Absolutely.
I mean, nothing wrong with that. Getting to know your friends and cool, but also keep in mind.
And I do want to touch on Angie's comment. Remove electronics during study time. Electronics, yes, they are very addictive. Yes, I know. I medicate with my phone something serious because it's something to do. But when it's time to get those grades, when it's time to study for those tests and all that good stuff, we do need to remove the electronics. They need to put those aside. It needs to be a special spot where those get put when they get to that table or wherever they do their studying. I do say, you know, they should be able to study in their rooms. Okay, they should be able to do that. But kind of peek in every so often and make sure that they're doing what they need to do. Yes, as they're a little bit older, yes, I do, you know, say that you should be able to say, hey, okay, you know what it is you need to do. But I think if we start younger and help them to establish good study habits, I think it'll stick with them. I think
you gotta remember everybody doesn't have the same study habits.
I know.
Like for instance, my brother, he could study in peace and quiet. Me, it's gotta be chaos. It's gotta be noise in the background. There's gotta be something going on, and I focus better that way. It's just I learned that. You know, hey, you sitting in. You know, it's just pay attention to how your kids operate.
You can study in chaos.
Yeah, I mean by chaos,
how?
it's like you're sitting.
TV going, all that.
There's music. Grandmother, mom cooking in the background. Brother, sister acting the fool, and I'm just studying away. You know, just yeah.
And I'm okay, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Because it's normal. You're used to that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a thing. Yeah, but my brother, he couldn't. Like my brother, he had to sit there in the house. Had to be quiet, nothing going on.
Gotcha.
You know, because that's how you know.
Okay.
My sister, she was kind of depending on what it was.
Okay.
So
Okay.
she, you know.
Okay. Well, let's just remember as we're, getting ready to segue back into the school year, just trying to, and this isn't just for our younger students and the ones that are only in K through 12. This is even for the students that we have, the ones that are of my age, the seasoned vets that are returning to school this fall. We definitely want to make sure to wish everybody a great and successful academic year. We do hope, that you form new, friendships, new solid friendships with good people.
Alliances.
I don't know. I don't like alliances. I don't like the word alliances. We definitely just want everyone to get back to school, but get back to school, back to the basics, back to the things that work best for you. Any parting thoughts, Mr. Coleman, as we wrap this up?
No, actually, like I said, I second everything you say. Please get out there and apply yourself, no matter the grade, age.
Yes.
Even going to college, please apply yourself. Those on their way to their freshman through senior year, even the older folks
that are going back to school. Much respect to all of you.
I'll be not too far behind you very soon.
Good for you.
Go and get that degree.
Good for you.
Yeah,
awesome.
that's it for me. That is really it.
Gotcha. Awesome. Well, we do want to thank everyone for being here today for this show. I do want to take a quick moment just to send out love and prayers to all of the families that are grieving right now. The weekend has started off on a super sad note, and just out of respect to the family, I definitely don't want to get into mentioning names, but I am asking just everyone just to kind of keep everybody in mind. As we get ready to go through this next week. I do want to give a huge shout out to the To Expose You family, Daryl Goodman, Ray Harvey, for their sacrifice, their love, their talents, and helping this whole thing to come together. I want to thank all of you out here in Facebook land. Thank all of y'all for being a part of our broadcast and keeping up with us. We can be reached on Facebook, William Coleman on Facebook. What else you got? You ain't got it?
That's it for that. That's William Coleman.
You don't even use that for so much. Can you start engaging with people a little bit more, please?
Maybe.
That's black on black crime. Got to stop somewhere. I'm Christy Baxter McLaurin on Facebook. Man. Talk to Christy Love on IG. Website coming soon. We really thank all of you for your support, your encouragement, all your love. Tongue tied. Don't choke on it. We'll see you soon. Y'all take care.